Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to today's episode of Morning Wealth. Three things that we will talk about: vaccine news from Oxford University and AstraZeneca, update on the EU negotiations that are happening, and Ant Group's listing plans. All three major averages closed higher on the back of a boost from technology stocks. Amazon shares sold almost 8% and posted their biggest daily gain since March after Goldman Sachs hiked its price target on the stock. Market sentiment got a lift from positive results from another coronavirus vaccine candidate and hopes of further stimulus in the world's largest economy. US stocks advanced to the highest since February on Monday, with the stay-at-home trade thriving. The S&P turned positive for the year. The Nasdaq 100 hit a record high. The Euro Stock 600 also was up by about 0.8%. On the back of this, Treasuries inched up, taking the 10-year yields to about 0.61%. The dollar mostly weakened against the G10 basket, though the yen slid. Oil and gold both advanced. Asian equity futures are moving higher. Investors were encouraged by the positive response from the vaccine developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca. In their early stage human trial with more than 1,000 participants, it was found that the vaccine produced antibodies and killer T cells that can last at least 2 months with no serious side effects. There are more than 100 vaccines being developed worldwide, with at least 23 in human trials. As the positive news flow continues, with it the hope that we'll have a vaccine by the end of the year. A vaccine would be really a game changer for the market, and it would lead to big gains of currencies and equities. But then at that point of time, distribution will become an immediate question and also a concern. AstraZeneca rose as much as 10% before giving back most of the gains. Earlier, Pfizer and BioNTech reported an initial positive update in their German vaccine study. Shares of Moderna, which is also working on a vaccine, fell. So a lot of movement in this whole space. EU leaders were given a new compromise proposal for the 750 billion euro economic recovery fund as negotiations continued through the fourth day. The latest plan would include 390 billion euros of grants, down from an initial 500 billion euro, and 360 billion euros of low interest rate loans. This is according to a copy that was seen by Bloomberg. Stephen Mnuchin called for a stimulus package centered on getting children back to school and boosting jobs. The Treasury Secretary gave few details after the White House meeting with Donald Trump and Republican lawmakers to hammer out their plan, though the president's demand for a payroll tax cut will probably be part of it. Overall, the 1 trillion target is less than a third of what Democrats are seeking. So this will be an interesting to and fro that's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. On the equity side, Jack Ma's Ant Group is eyeing a valuation north of 200 billion as it plans simultaneous listings in Hong Kong and Shanghai. The parent of China's largest mobile payment company is already more richly valued than most Wall Street firms, and if conditions are favorable, it could seek to raise more in its IPO than Saudi Aramco's record 29 billion haul, according to the street. Chevron will buy Noble Energy for 5 billion, boosting its presence in the Permian Basin and increasing proved reserves by almost a fifth. The all-stock takeover is at about 8% premium on Friday's close. Halliburton jumped about as much as 8.1% after delivering a surprise profit and posting free cash flow of 456 million in the second quarter, more than double the expectations. So that was an interesting result that came through. UBS will be the first major European bank to give an update on the second quarter when it reports today. Loan loss provisions are expected to come in roughly at the same level as Q1, and investors will be looking for any guidance on how the lender expects the remainder of the year to play out. Lastly, on the FX front, this new trading week kicked off with broad-based gains for currencies. Every major currency pair from the Euro USD to the dollar yen moved higher as vaccine progress and stimulus talk sparked optimism. All three commodity currencies, which is your Aussie, New Zealand dollar, and Canadian dollar, also gained strength versus the greenback. The Aussie dollar will be in focus today with the RBA minutes and the speech by Governor Lowe coming up, something that we'll watch out for. Thanks for listening in. Have a wonderful day and stay safe and healthy.